Hey guys, so I mentioned this on the previous video that the PSEI is down and massively being sold down as well. But I want to talk about oil. Global oil prices are down today, and I want to talk about how does that impact our markets, what caused this, and has this any impact on the coronavirus as well. So if you want to know more on why oil is crashing, check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Germon. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and smash that bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing, about the stock market. And this time we're gonna talk about how oil impacts the global markets and how oil will impact the economy as a whole. So if you want to know more, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and stay till the end of the video so you get amazing insight on how you can win and trade the markets with confidence. So, it's a very bloody Monday. If last week and the days prior that were not enough of a sell-off of what's happening, plus all of the fear and all of the paranoia that's going on based on the coronavirus, what's happening today is even worse. Why am I saying this? It's not just the Philippine market that's down. You have global Asian markets down as well. You have futures of the US markets, which are just about to open a few hours from now, down as well. One of the things that I want you guys to look at and which predicates all of this is oil prices. Now, here's the thing. OPEC, the exporting countries, Saudi slash Russia, they wanted to make a deal to lower the production of oil. Please remember this. If in the stock market it's about supply and demand, more buyers bring the prices up, more sellers bring the prices down. In the world of oil commodities, it's also the same way. Meaning, because there's a lesser demand right now for oil. I'll talk about that a bit later. Suddenly, they wanted to make a deal to lower the production, meaning if they lower the production, there will be lesser supply, and then the price somehow gets to stabilize. But they failed to reach an agreement, plunging oil prices to $31 a barrel. The Brent crude was plummeted to around $31 a barrel because what's gonna happen as they failed to make an agreement, I think production will still be at a normal pace, where they may ramp up production to grab a market share, a larger market share. They're just gonna fight off each other now. And that being said, it's gonna just drive prices lower and lower and lower and lower. Now, you might be saying, and I've made videos about oil now, because if you remember, a couple of years ago, inflation was high because oil prices were relatively higher. So, won't it be good for Filipinos that oil prices are lower? In general, in terms of us and consumers, you will see prices relatively lower because oil prices are lower as well. But you have to look at the underlying reason. Why are prices lower and why is there an oversupply? Because number one, there's a lack of demand. Meaning, because of the coronavirus, there's a lot of people not either doing business, not transacting, not traveling, not going into vacation spots, not going about their normal business activities. So what does that mean? The coronavirus is now actually impacting the global economy in a way that more people are not seeing it. Because of the fear of the panic, a lot of people are not going about their normal way of life. A lot of people are not proceeding on how they're supposed to live. Now it's impacting the global supply chain, the global demand of oil as well. That being said, if it does not resume, and then this oil exporting companies will just continue to pump in more oil or continue to produce more oil, you can expect oil prices to go down. And this is what I've been saying in a lot of the videos that I've been making. The coronavirus, of course, it's something that people need to take precautionary measures of, but the fear of it, I think, that's impacting the economy has a larger hit than the virus itself. I repeat, the global impact of the fear of the coronavirus has a larger effect, has a larger impact on the economy than the entire virus itself. And I'll say this over and over. That's the reason why we're seeing global markets get hit, the reason why we're seeing a lot of markets already dropping massively, and a lot of people are saying this is it, this is the drop for the 2020 recession. A lot of people have been predicting the drop, that markets will go massively down by 2020, and a lot of them are saying that this is the trigger, this is the main point. I'm gonna make another video also springing from this, that Deutsche Bank is massively into derivatives, and that it might unfold also. It might be something that will be the final nail in the coffin. It might be the Lehman Brothers also to what's happening right now. I'm not saying this to cause you to be scared. I'm not saying this that things might get that for you to panic, but I'm telling this to you so that you can store cash. You can prepare also that in the coming weeks, in the coming months, you can use that cash to get opportunities should it arise. But should things happen that you get affected, you need to have cash that will protect you for a stretched period of time, because we haven't seen something like this. We haven't seen a crash like this, not just in the stock markets, not just in the futures markets. Now it's now springing towards oil. Plus this, whatever's happening based on the coronavirus is not yet, we still haven't found a resolution. So up until a resolution is found, the vaccine is found, the cases get contained, meaning a lot of people will get better, a lot of people will get well, but there's just a lot of fear that's been sowing around. There's a lot of fear that people have been that they've been exposed to, that the normal way of living, the normal way of spending will now start to shift and now start to change. So you have to look at it from a perspective that what if people start losing jobs? When people start losing jobs already because of what's happening, you will have lesser spending, not just now but on a global level already. If people will be working from home, and I've already seen a lot of companies, not just abroad but also in the Philippines, work from home. You will see a lot of establishments that used to make a lot of money because people were in their offices, a lot of people were transporting, a lot of people were going out. They'll be hit the most. So there's an impact to all of this. And I know, and I've been saying this all the time, that we cannot control what's happening on the global economy. We cannot control what's happening on our national economy, but we can control our own personal economy. With all of this happening, with all of this negativity happening, try to find your way to be as liquid as possible. Try to find your way to have as much cash as possible. Try to protect yourself. Try to, if you are, and here this is where it becomes a bit contrary also, that I'm gonna tell you to save money also to protect yourself. So you have to protect also your own finances as well. But here's the thing: if a lot of people don't spend, then the economy will start not to be as fast as what everyone else thinks, everyone hoped it would be. So I guess those are the things that you need to take into consideration, that this time that oil prices are lower, it does not mean it's something that's optimistic for the global markets. It means that demand for oil is lower. It means that there's lesser people consuming. I don't know how long will this last. I don't know what will be the general prediction and the general narrative on how oil prices will go. But I think one of the things that you need to watch out for is, if OPEC makes a deal, if they're able to settle things, then I think it should provide some stability. It should provide a level of comfort that if they're able to stabilize prices, then you know that the volatility of oil may be not something people should be scared about as well. And I'll just end it with this. We don't know the outcome of all of this. We don't know how it will go. But what I do know is this: investors, regardless of what asset class it is, they do not like uncertainty, and investors shy away from the unknown. They would rather like something that's negative but they know the outcome. They would rather like something that's negative but they know the result, than something that they don't know how things will possibly go yet. They don't know how the main impact of it will go. And a lot of people were saying that the main cause of the recession will be the trade war. The main cause of the drop will be student loans. But no one saw this coming. No one saw how big of an impact the coronavirus is. and it's currently unfolding before our very eyes. I remember how things like this unraveled 2008, more than 12 years ago, how I saw global markets crash, how I saw investments start to crash as well. That's why I'll keep saying this over and over and over and over. For those who are starting pa lang to invest right now, for those who have money invested already, you better make sure the money you're invested is something that you do not plan to touch for a very, very long time, because at the end of the day, we will weather the storm. At the end of the day, this storm, this economic, this dry spell in the economy, this can be weathered, this can be combated, this can be something that you can use also in your position to actually win and do better later on, and propel yourself to make you earn more also. However, what you need to really do, as that this is unfolding before our very eyes, is to take precaution that you don't just spend unwillingly, don't just also invest unwillingly, because we don't know what's going to happen over the next few months still. So I guess that's it for now. I just wanted to report that that's what's happening in oil, and I just wanted to report also how it impacts the global markets, and how Corona has impacted the demand of a lot of businesses, a lot of countries, a lot of sectors around the world as well. So I guess that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video gave you insight. It's not something that's there to sow panic or fear, but I hope that this helps you make a grand decision on how you're supposed to lead with your investments, and how you're supposed also to store your cash as well. And please remember this: there are market cycles. I'm going to try to make a video off of that. Comment below if you want me to talk about market cycles. And before it gets good, you will normally see it look worse first. You will normally see it look bad first. But the thing about the stock market is, at the time when there's the most fear, that's the time also the market will start to rebound, will start to reverse. And I don't know if we're there yet. I don't know if we're at a point where there's a lot of fear already, but rest assured, I'm going to update you. I'm going to give you as much info so that you can decide on what you're going to do with your investments as well. So I guess that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.